Welcome to Platinum Hunters Extra. You're getting a double dose of me this week, as I didn't want to push this to the next week and then there'd be a trophy guide episode the following week. I almost have that video done, so that's still coming next Tuesday. You're just going to get an extra video, and we're going to talk about the August PlayStation Plus games. And man, is this month pretty damn spicy. As you can see, they gave us both versions of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. So Activision is back again for another month, giving us something spicy. Then we got Yakuza Like a Dragon for PS5 and PS4, both versions yet again. And then we have Little Nightmares, the PS4 version. I don't think there's a PS5 version anyways. So yeah, this is a pretty awesome and pretty spicy month. And we're going to go over the games and their trophy guides and see what you have to do to complete them. And at the end, I'll tell you which ones I think I'm going to play. So without further ado, let's jump into our first one. I'm going to do Little Nightmares first, then Tony Hawk, and then Yakuza Like a Dragon, because there's another announcement that goes along with this one that I want to talk about for PS Plus Premium and Extra. So let's start with Little Nightmares. The first thing you got to know about this one is it does not have a platinum trophy, which is kind of a bummer, but the second one does. So if you have fun with this one, which won't take long at all, as you can see here, they're saying 8 hours, plus if you buy the DLC, that'll add on another probably 3-4 hours. So it's not very long to beat. The second thing you need to know is this is already in the PS Extra catalog. So again, like Man of Medan from the last month, there is crossover between that if you have PS Extra. But on the other hand, eventually this game will leave PS Extra, like most games do, and you'll have this in your library if you want to go back to it. So they do tell us to do this in 2 playthroughs. So it's going to be like a playthrough where you go and get the collectible stuff, and it appears there are 5 trophies there plus a couple other trophies to grab, so 12 in total in your first playthrough. And then there is a no death speed run. Apparently you have to do this in an hour, and I'm in a speed run kick right now because in our last episode Stray there was a 2-hour speed run for that game. Check out that video if you haven't, if you're interested in getting that platinum trophy. But I welcome a speed run right now because I had fun with that one. So this one is an hour long, which is not that crazy. If you mess up, like an hour is not a huge amount of time that you wasted. You can just try it again. And the no death part of this run adds a little bit more anxiety than it would normally, because if you just die randomly, then you're starting all over. But again, it's an hour, so it's not that bad. So again, this doesn't have a platinum trophy, but I think I'm going to cover it in a New Game Plus episode. It doesn't seem like it's very long. And I was thinking about doing this in Halloween time, but that just means I'll get rid of this one right now, and then we can cover the second one in the October month and do that. There was a Namco ransomware attack that happened very recently, and there was a list of leaked video games that came out of it, and we still haven't been able to see if these are true or false leaks. But if it's anything like the Capcom leak, then I am putting more stock into this list. And on that list, they said that there's going to be a Little Nightmares 3. So I will have to pick up the slack on both the first game, which we're going to cover, and the second game, which we'll do at Halloween. And hurry up, because another game is coming, and then we can do that right when it drops. Our second game is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. And the difficulty on this scares me. I have not a lot of experience with the Tony Hawk games, maybe playing it at a friend's house 1 or 2 times. This scares me, an 8 out of 10. Woo. And it says 70 hours to complete, but this trophy guide I think was made before they did the update, where now it takes less time to grind out the XP needed for this, so I think it's less time. But still, an 8 out of 10, that's nothing to scoff at. and 3 playthroughs of the game. So first you go through playing both games, the first one and the second one, because it is 1 and 2 together. Then you have a bunch of challenges that you need to do at different rankings, at rookie, veteran, and legend. So you'll need to complete those as well. There's a bunch of other trophies. Then there's this section, I'm not too familiar with it because I haven't played the game, but it says get all gaps and hard get there. So I imagine these are places that you go inside the maps. They're special places that you have to reach. And it seems like there are some tough ones to pull off. I assume there's some momentum that's involved to getting there and some certain tricks that'll get you more momentum. So it seems like this is a pretty tough part of the run. I think the challenges would probably be the most toughest thing to do, but I think this is another reason why it makes it tougher. And then you got a whole bunch of miscellaneous things. And then here's the grind that I was talking about. And yeah, it says here that patch 1.09 increased the amount of XP you need to level up. So the time it'll take to do this will be less, and it won't take the hundreds of hours that it used to take before this patch. I do really want to play this game because I've never fully immersed myself in the Tony Hawk games. It's a long trophy guide. I'm already working on some longer projects. One of them will hopefully come, not the next trophy guide, but the following one. And I've been working on that, trying to do it, plus another 100-hour platinum that I'm trying to bring to the channel. So I don't think I can fit this one in, but who knows? Maybe I might change my mind, and maybe this will come to Platinum Hunters. I just don't think I'll get it anytime soon. Kind of like the same situation with Crash. Crash takes 100 hours to do. I want to do it, but I don't think it'll come right away. And then our last one for this is Yakuza Like a Dragon. People love the Yakuza series, including a buddy of mine. And this one's different from all the rest of the games in the series in that this one is a turn-based RPG, and people have really loved this. So 5 out of 10, it sounds doable, but as most RPGs go these days, they're always 80 to 100-hour affairs. It's one of the reasons why I haven't ventured into the Legends of Heroes series yet. There's so many games, and each platinum is 100 hours each, which really bugs me because I really want to play that series. But with this, it looks like you first complete the story with all the chapters beaten, and then you got a bunch of miscellaneous trophies to do. And if you know anything about the Yakuza series, they give you a lot of stuff to do, whether it's karaoke or love hotels or whatever they decide to put in their game. There's also a level grind, so you have to get your guys to level 99. In RPGs, that's always a little bit of a grind. You put on a podcast, you go out and you get that level up, you go and do some fighting. That's never that fun. And then it looks like there's an end game to it, and they're giving you a warning here. The difficulty comes from this end game part, kind of like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. That's where the difficulty of that run comes from. It's end game gauntlets that you have to do. This looks like it's just about the same, so be aware of that. And that's where I think the difficulty is really going to come from in this trophy guide. Now, the reason I saved Yakuza for last is because if you have PS Plus, Extra, and Premium, you are going to get all of the Yakuza games. Kind of like the way they did it on Xbox, where they put the whole series on Xbox Game Pass. Now they're putting the whole series on PlayStation Plus with a caveat. It's not good enough to have PlayStation Plus Extra to get all of these games, because they put PS3 games in PlayStation Premium. So you'll get Yakuza 0, you'll get Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, and 6 all in PlayStation Extra, and then they have relegated Yakuza 3, Yakuza 4, and Yakuza 5 in Premium. So if you want to play Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 after you've completed 0, 1, and 2, which will take you hours if you want to platinum, if you're not sick of the series by then you're going to have to drop some additional money. So it's $3 extra per month if you want to get it in USD For Canada, it's about 350. So you want to play Yakuza 3, Yakuza 4, Yakuza 5, you're going to need about 350, bud, every month. And these games take a long ass time. It's still a good deal. Don't get me wrong, it's still a great deal to have all of these games at your disposal, plus Like a Dragon for free in PlayStation Extra. But you do need to be aware of that. It's not exactly like Game Pass where you pay the one price and you get the whole catalog. It is split in a very stupid way, in my opinion. It is stupid because the middle of the series, Yakuza 3, 4, and 5, the very middle of all these games is locked off to PS Plus Premium. It really doesn't make sense, but that's the way Sony's doing it. So I thought I'd just take the time to tell you guys about this. And that's everything you need to know for these games for this month. I am going to play Little Nightmares. I'm going to try and do that and all DLC, and I'll just make one big Platinum Hunters New Game Plus video for that. I will be interested in playing Tony Hawk's. It just depends, because I am working on some other stuff as well for this month. And Yakuza, eventually I'll get into the series at some point. There's lots of games to choose from. I think maybe the logical spot would be to either start with Yakuza Like a Dragon, because it's so different from the others, or if I really want to get into the main core series, I'm going to start with Zero, which I already checked is 100 and something hours to beat. Whew. But I hear lots of people have fun with this series, so there is some interest. It's not lost on me with how long it takes to beat these games. Let me know down in the comment section which games you want to play, which games you want to platinum, and let me know if you think this is a great month or a bad month. Do you have these games already, or are you getting brand new games added to your collection for you to play? Let me know down in the comments section any thoughts at all. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope all your trophy hunting expeditions go incredibly well, and peace out.